Drilbur is everything that Diglett wishes it was. Rating them all, and firstly, in battle, Drilbur is just so much better in every way but speed. Though it is still fast enough and bulky enough with 60 HP, but 85 attack is fantastic at that point in the game. Now its move pool is pretty lackluster to start, but then all in a row you get Dig, Hone Claws, Slash, and Rock Slide, all incredible moves. Its defenses do hold it back a little, but it's still really good for that second half of the early game, 4 stars. It's also available super early. You can get it before the second gym in Unova, the third in the sequels, and before the first in Galar, so that averages out to 5 stars. Now for concepts, Drilbur at least adds some things to a mole. Its claws are based off of either shovels or a burr tool, going all in on the digging idea. Still not amazing, but better than nothing, 2.5 stars. And for design, even though Excadrill is one of mine and most of your favorite Unova Pokemon, Drilbur really isn't all that great. It is fairly cute, and the almost slashed patterns on the torso are a nice detail. Even the claws look pretty cool, especially in the Gen 5 sprites where they move, but I really don't like its face. I don't know why, it just seems off, and the polls aren't too high on it either, so I guess I'm not alone there. 3 stars, which does dig up Drilbur a decent final score of 3.625 stars overall. Excadrill is easily one of the best Pokemon for a Unova playthrough. We're rating them all, and it's just so good in battle. Firstly, Ground Steel is an incredible typing with 2 immunities, 8 resistances, and 4 weaknesses. But its stats are also fantastic. 135 attack is nuts, and 110 HP is really good. But you could argue that its speed isn't quite good enough, and its defenses aren't great either. However, its ability Sand Rush does help with the former by doubling its speed in Sandstorm, and Sand Force just makes its attack even more broken. Its move pool, even just by level up in Gen 5, is great. Hone Claws, Dig, Rock Slide, Horn Drill shenanigans, Earthquake, Swords Dance, and in Gen 8 it gets even better and adds great TMs. Monster for a playthrough. 5 stars. Drilbur's availability was 5 stars, and it evolves into Excadrill level 31, which is fine, so it'll stay 5 stars. However, concept so far is the main weak point of these Unova Pokemon, which to be fair makes sense as it is an intentional reboot of Gen 1, which also struggled in concept. Excadrill is clearly a mole, with added inspiration from different digging tools such as drills, shovels, and mining vehicles. Not a very deep cut or anything, but it makes sense. 3 stars. Its design, though, does rise above that simple idea. Thankfully, it fixes Drilbur's kind of dumb face by pretty simply adding the red cut patterns and a meaner look. But those simple details add to it for sure, as that matches the rest of the Pokemon with the giant red slashing patterns on its torso and the huge sharp claws and head spike, turning a cute little mole into a pretty terrifying battle mole. Excadrill is awesome, but a bit too goofy for 5 stars here. 4.5 stars in design, which will bring Excadrill's final score of 4.375 stars to the surface and gives it a spot in the top 5.